All right, my beautiful followers, good afternoon and welcome to today's class. I'm going to do a continuation from where we stopped yesterday, and that is going to be from a question I got from some of my followers. And that question was, they were asking, what do we do with normally open contact and how do we use them? All right, so one of the uses of this normally open contact or auxiliary contact is for interlock system. That one is very important. You can also use it to control some devices, but for today, I'm going to show you how you can use this normally open to identify when the coil of your contactor is bad. All right, you can use it to confirm that the coil of your contactor is bad by making use of an indicator. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to attach this on the rail, and then I'm going to get a breaker which is going to serve as our source of power. And then of course, as usual, we're going to be using this, our power line. All right, I'm going to use it like this. Okay, so now, if this contactor is energized, this is normally open, all right? Normally open means that without being energized, this contact is open. This is an open contact here. It can only close when this contactor is energized and this is depressed downwards, okay? So when you connect power here, this will go down. And then for you to use an indicator, if this indicator is connected to the coil of this contactor, immediately you connect power to this indicator will show that there is power on the coil of this contactor. All right, that is what is going to show. But if the coil of this contactor is bad, this indicator will still be on, but we don't want it that way. This indicator should show not that there is power here, but that the contactor has been energized, that the contactor has closed. That is what I want this one to show us. So for us to do that, first of all, let us connect power to our contactor. So to do that, we need our wire. Let us use this one to connect to our A1. We'll be using A1 as our neutral. So we'll connect this one to A1. And then we're going to connect this one, the second one, we're going to connect it to A2. So it's coming to A2. Insert this one here and you lock it up this way. So what that means is that if we close this contactor should make or close. If we close this one, it means we've sent power to the coil and the contactor will close as we are doing it now. All right? Okay, let us say we connect this indicator to the coil of this contactor. So to do that, of course, we strip, insert here, and then we lock it up. And then we get the second wire. So we're going to connect this one. I'm going to connect this one here. All right. So we can connect this, our indicator, to the coils this way. This one here. All right. And then this one on the same terminal as the neutral, which is A1. Connect it here, and then this one goes here. And then lock it up. So what that means is that when we energize, when we close this breaker, this one should come on as well, the same time when this contactor is making. Like that. So everything comes up at the same time. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that if the coil of this contactor is bad, this indicator will still be on if the indicator is not bad. All right. So, but we want this indicator to be on only when this contactor closes. If this contactor does not operate, we don't want this indicator to be on. So that is when we now make use of our normally open auxiliary terminals. How do we achieve it? So we achieve it by connecting our indicator through the auxiliary terminal. See the point I'm trying to make. Let us say, for example, we disconnect the power, the neutral, from the A1 of this contactor. Let us disconnect it and see. So please, this disconnection I just did from the coil, and I'm still connecting this one, which is the indicator. I'm just using it to simulate a bad coil. All right. So what that tells you is that if we energize, this will not close, but this one will be on. All right. So if we close this one, you see that our indicator is on, but the contactor did not close. So it is not advisable to connect the indicator on the same place where the coil of this contactor is connected. So it is best to use the normally open to show you that this coil or this contactor did not close. How do we do that? Shut this down, open this, connect this, our neutral, back to A1, connect this one also back to A1, and then you lock it up. So now you bring out your indicator from here, from A2. It's connected to A2. Connect your indicator to normally open terminal, which is this one. Lock it up here. Sorry, let me bend this a bit so we can see it clearly. So, and now, this is our A2. Remember, I told you that this A2 here and this A2 here are linked up with a straight conductor. So we can now take our A2 from here and then we connect it to the other terminal of the normally open contact. So you see that A2 now is connected to the normally open contact, and then the indicator is connected to the normally open contact, and then the neutral. So by the time we close this one, the normally open will close, completing the circuit of the indicator, and the indicator will be on. That way. Okay? Let us now disconnect from the coil of this contactor to simulate a bad contactor again. Let us do that by removing this neutral from here. Of course, when you remove it, you make sure that the indicator is still connected. That way. So when you energize it, you see neither the contactor nor the indicator will show. So when you don't see green, it tells you that this coil is bad. Because when you measure power on the terminals of this coil, you saw power there, but this is not energizing. And this indicator cannot come on until this contactor energizes. And to simulate that is when you push this in down, when you push this one down, it is expected that this indicator should show. All right? That way. So what that means is that this indicator tells you only when the contactor closes. So this is one of the major uses of your normally open auxiliary contact. So if you like this video, please let me know in the comment section. And then if you have any other question relating to contactor or auxiliary contacts of a contactor, please do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section or send me a private message. And of course, continue to follow me for more tips on power. Thank you very much.